Hey Amanda, day two. Let's see if I can get this through. Great story, one of my favorites. Amanda, 7 years old. We were in Camp Seagull. We were on a zip line, and what we did was we had an opportunity to go on a zip line, probably about 5 or 6 stories high, about 100 yards long. You coast into the water, and then you get unstrapped up on an island called Poop Island, which I'll explain more about that later. But so this zip line's about 5 or 6 stories high. The wait is about an hour in the middle of the day in the sun. And Amanda was so convinced that she wanted to do this. I had talked to her about it. I actually even tried to talk her out of it because, I mean, 7 years old, it was a very daunting endeavor. And but Amanda was up for it. She wanted to do it. She was totally positive that she would have a great time. So we waited the hour and a half. We got all the way up to the top, got all strapped in, and they have two zip lines that go parallel right next to each other, all the way down together. So you get to like race down. And as we sit down in our seats and get the go ahead. We get the go ahead. I turn and I look at Amanda, and Amanda's stiff and she's stuck. She's holding her handles and she won't let go, and she's petrified. And I'm saying, Amanda, what's going on? And she's like, I'm too scared, Dad, I want to get down. And the girls that had strapped us up, they were helping us out. They were trying to, talk her into doing it and letting her know that it was going to be all right. They were showing compassion in a really good way. And but I could see my daughter. I saw her face. She was determined that she wasn't going to go now. So I was just paying attention, and I was looking for an opportunity, and I found it. She had taken both of her hands off the handles, and I reached over and I grabbed her in the back, and I just pushed her right off her seat, and she was free. She was just about clear of everything, and she reached over and with the tips of her fingers grabbed her footstool and was holding on and would not let go. And the girls were screaming at me because I was trying to reach over and grab her hands and push her off so she would just go, because once she would go, I knew she'd be all right. The girls started to yell at me. Well, obviously, the next thing, we're getting unstrapped, and now we got to do the walk of shame down 5 levels of people that are still waiting to go, and you hear the little chirps of laughter and don't worry about it and stuff. But I have to admit, I was so mad. I was so mad. I wasn't saying much, but I was just angry. And my pride. I mean, all this stuff about we're big, strong guy, and now I have to walk down this aisle of shame. And I know that must have been tough on Amanda. And I know I didn't apologize about it then, but I know by the end of the weekend I did. And by the time we got home, it was a great story. Amanda enjoyed telling it as much as I did. I don't think there was any negative effects from it. However, it was not the right thing to do. Okay? But I'll tell you what, Amanda made good. Amanda made good, because the next year when we went to Camp Seagull, she went right up those 5 flights, didn't even waver, and we went down together down the zip line, flew all the way down, coasted into the water, beautiful landing and everything, giving high fives, all happy and excited. Before we were even landed, Amanda was saying, I'm going back, I'm doing it again, I'm doing it again. So I was extremely excited about that. But as we're wading in the water, getting closer to Poop Island, I noticed that the guy that was with his daughter in front of me was cleaning his hair out and wiping some stuff off of his chest and his face. And I'm like, what the heck did he do? Did he burn out or something? Did he fall into the side of the island? I didn't know what was going on. But as I was watching this, I was walking up to the gentleman that's helping us up out of the lake, and I noticed with one hand he's pulling us up out, and with the second hand he's putting goose poop in our hair. And I remember as I realized it, I grabbed a hold of his hand and I said, whoa, 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 dude, that's not for me. And everyone on the side was laughing and joking around because, we were kind of wrestling around a little bit. I was down in the water and he was ahead of me. He really wanted to get that goose poop in me, and it wasn't happening. And it didn't happen. But had a lot of fun with that. It was great. And, still talk about those stories today. So that's another one, Amanda. And I do just want to say, once again, I am sorry, Amanda. I really am, about the way I reacted. But I think now of the book of Ephesians, second part of the fourth chapter, talks about your new life. Once you've come into Christ and understand what being in Christ means, how you put off your old self and put on your new self. And a lot of that has to do with not being prideful, not being selfish, caring for others, and living life with a different perspective, and instead of being prideful and hurt because my daughter didn't go down the slide and embarrassed about it, be compassionate for her really wanting to do it but just having too much fear, and not worrying about what people think about you. So anyway, that's the little tiny bit of connection that I have with the Word and what went on, and but still great experience with my daughter Amanda. Amanda, I love you. I love doing those things with you, and I hope that they don't stop now that you're getting married. I doubt they will. So love you very much, and talk to you tomorrow. Bye.